Well, here goes nothing. Welcome to the inaugural edition of the Thornycroft Diatribe podcast. I'm Chris Thornycroft, but you can call me Thornycroft. Here I will be discussing the latest in politics, current events, and sociology. Hope everyone had a good Christmas, New Year's, or whatever you celebrated this time of year. In order to give my listeners the best idea of what you'll get out of these damn podcasts, in honor of the late great philosopher Carlin, like most good ideas, here's a list of shit you will not hear in the future. Number 1, perfect language. As you can tell from my colorful use of words, like most good ideas, this podcast is definitely not for virgin ears. Bear that in mind as I continue. Number 2, perfect editing. Except for this opening edition of the podcast, everything I say will be off the cuff and in one take, unless I'm reading some kind of bullshit source material or interviewing someone, which I will be doing in the future. I'm broke, so this sort of thing is not really in my budget. Anyway, number 3. As I mentioned in number 2, if I fuck this up, I try to correct myself and carry on. If that doesn't work, I'll be attempting to correct my errors in the next edition of the podcast. Number 4, general positivity. Unless it's called for, this isn't called the Thornycroft Diatribe for nothing. Let's just put it that way. Number 5, perfect sound. You may hear cats meowing or dogs barking or cars going by in the background, but I'll try to be as clear as possible so that you get an idea of what the hell is going on. And I'll try not to belch or fart within range of the microphone. You're welcome. Number 6, general perfection. I'm riddled with ADD. So if I go on some kind of rambling fucking tangent, you'll know why. Stay with me. The sooner you realize this, the better off you're going to be. Number 7, complete indifference. Despite my sarcastic tone, I try to be considerate and sympathetic to the right people's feelings. If you're a politician or corrupt business owner, Wall Street tycoon or banker, you may not be so lucky. Just be forewarned. I don't forgive and I don't forget. Moving on. Number 8, I don't mince words. If someone is full of shit, I'm going to call them out in as unscripted way as it gets. Just saying. Number 9, a sober host. Sometimes I'll be enjoying a single malt scotch or a craft beer or even catching a little of the vapors, but I'll try not to slur my speech too much. Number 10. Finally, this podcast is brought to you by my late grandfather, Tom, for whom this shit show is named. Our family motto is do right and fear nothing, so I will try to uphold that legacy in everything that I do. Well, I know this is a short podcast, but it'll get longer and better, or worse, depending on your point of view. For questions, comments, and stories for me to shit on, or you just want to be interviewed by yours truly, you can drop me a shit line at thornycroftdiatribe@gmail.com. In my next podcast, I'll be discussing, who the hell knows? When it comes to American politics, the only thing for sure is that nothing's for sure. If you like what you hear, you can support the podcast at either my PayPal account, letter U _ letter R _ lifesaver, all one word, at yahoo.com, or become a patron. This has been the first edition of the Thornycroft Diatribe podcast. Fortis quo si vincu, do right and fear nothing. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you again soon.